Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 273D dark bronze anodized aluminum half saddle threshold. 273, it's representative of the profile of this item. The D stands for dark bronze anodized finish. This will be available, of course, in the mill finish, and that would be 273A. Or the G finish, gold anodized, 273G, naturally. And its dimensional properties, there's an image below this video showing what those are, so let's go over it now. This is going to be 3-inch by 1/4-inch rise, a very common threshold that you're going to see installed in gas station, aluminum storefront doors, tile that basically comes up to where the door is, thin material, and a 1/4-inch threshold is just perfect. So this will butt to the end of the tile, and then obviously the door portion will sit over and on outside with a door sweep. Very commonly where you're going to see this. Now, being a half saddle with this feature to the extrusion, this piece can also be used for Pemko to manufacture other types of thresholds, whether it is something that has been welded together or something that might be thermal break. Well, they will insert a rigid piece of plastic in here and then attach this to another piece of threshold so that there's not continuous metal. A half saddle threshold can typically be used in a scenario like that. This is also used by clients who will simply take this and need to make a custom width half saddle where they will literally rip this down to achieve whatever dimension they want. Let's say you needed something 1 3/4 or 2 5/8. Those don't exist, but you can rip it out of this. Keep in mind you would of course have to build that up underneath, but nonetheless. One feature that I like about many Pemko thresholds is the ridge that is here, because that really helps to grab onto the surface that you're attaching this to. It's available on the site in several different lengths, pretty much everything from 24-inch to 96-inch, and you can order longer than 96. We just don't list them because the cost of shipping is typically an obstacle when you're dealing with smaller quantities, but we can certainly ship you any length, probably up to about 14.5 feet. Just reach out to us and we'll be happy to quote that for you. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and simply indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material out at, meaning this. If you had to take this 4-foot piece and cut it down to say 42-inch, you'd eliminate that countersink that's there. The next one's all the way over here. And speaking of that countersink, screws are included, and they're short little screws in a complementary finish. Just trying to get them out of the package here to show you. They look like they're about a number 8 by 1 1/4 perhaps. Okay. If you needed a custom length, again, to save you the trouble of having to cut it to length and then re-drilling and that's the key, countersinking the hole, order the next longest piece or pieces and simply indicate in the comment field what net length you'd like for us to ship this out at, and we'll be happy to do so. Because again, it's coming out of very long extrusions. We'll locate that first countersink at the proper distance from the edge, and then of course the proper center to center as well. I see no use in having to trim the material, unless of course you absolutely must trim it in place. You might be doing something custom where you have that same aluminum storefront situation, but you want to have the threshold run long, and then you're going to notch it for the jamb because you want the leading lip to go against the brick or masonry wall so that you can protect the bottom of the jamb from getting salt, things of that nature. Then you'll caulk that seam. Just an idea of why you may need to cut it in the field, etc., etc. It's just aluminum. It's just not everyone can cut material. If you're a homeowner, some people just don't want to, don't have the desire or the tools or the know-how to trim something like this. I like to have the factory do it because it's countersinking the hole that's really the part that needs to be done absolutely, because the threshold's going to take a lot of force this way. It's going to take a lot of force this way. I see threshold installations fail simply as a result of people simply drilling a hole and letting the top of the flathead screw stick out. Well, over time, with that pressure this way and that pressure this way, that threshold installation is going to fail. Surely you've walked over a threshold and heard a clank or a clap or your foot moved a little bit. It's a poor threshold installation. When you think about how much load or work a threshold actually does, just having to lay there and take the use and abuse and the volume of traffic through a typical commercial doorway, you really want to use all of your available resources to get it attached as best as possible. And especially if you're going to take the time to lay down a bead of silicone where it's going to sit, things of that nature. Now, what I like to do, and you can order this from Pemko as well, is order, and you have to reach out to us. It's not an option that's immediately obvious. You can order machine bolts and lead expansion anchors, so that when you drill that hole and then set the lead anchor and then run that machine bolt down, you're done. It'd take a stick of dynamite to get that threshold out, and that's one reason why you want to have the holes in the right location. You want to have the nice proper anchors, etc. However you go about doing it, that's great. Now, the name Pemko, synonymous with all things weather stripping related, not only half-saddle thresholds like the 273, but of course perimeter gasketing and door sweeps. Material made of aluminum like the 273, stainless steel, architectural bronze. Below this video is a link to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Pemko products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Pemko number 273D, 3x1/4 inch half saddle dark bronze anodized threshold, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.